Winter storms Juno and Linus drop more than 3 feet of snow on North Andover, and we meet the new director of the Stevens Memorial Library.
News and updates from the Atkinson and Thompson schools, and Town Manager Maylor talks up the town website.
Plus, your local headlines and event calendar, all right here on this month's North Andover Journal. Hello and welcome to the February episode of The Journal. I'm Morgan Healy.
And I'm Ron Carpenito.
And we sure do have a lot to talk about today on The Journal, especially after Super Bowl weekend. Congratulations, Patriots.
Go Patriots. Job well done.
Absolutely. After all of that controversy and, in my opinion, ridiculous banter about the footballs being deflated, I am absolutely happy that we came away with a big win. How do you feel about that?
I agree, I'm so happy that the team was able to get beyond all of that media and all of that mental, issue that comes around that kind of drama. Team did a great job. We're very proud of them. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Mr. Kraft and Tom Brady. Everyone did a fantastic job. Absolutely. We are proud to be New Englanders today. However, many would argue that they do want to live somewhere else after all of the snow that we have had dumped on us in the past week. So I think we should probably dive into talking about that. Unfortunately, it's kind of a sour topic, and we're expecting more. So it's crazy. How are you dealing with the snow? I mean, I've been out at least 10 times now. My snowblower, the wife, my daughter, we've all been out kind of shoveling together. It's actually been kind of fun as a family, taking walks through the snow. Yeah. One thing I noticed is it's so quiet, when there's no traffic on the roads and the snow's coming down. You can actually hear the trees creaking in the wind. It's kind of nice. Yeah, it kind of blankets the world and insulates it so that sound just you just hear all the little nuances of nature. You can hear them. Absolutely. Yeah. Enjoying simplicity. I mean, I didn't get to go for my walk, but I usually take a walk either at the Ward Reservation in Andover or, of course, Ware Hill, because I am a North Andover native. And many also would argue about how I pronounce that, but Ware Hill, Wire Hill. I think we spoke about that on another episode of The Journal, but we won't have to get into it. Right, it all works. Officially dubbed the blizzard of 2015, Winter Storm Juno was quiet but made quite a big impact. A statewide travel ban was issued as at least 2 feet of soft, fluffy snow fell in North Andover. Schools and town offices were able to reopen after just a day, which wasn't the case in many neighboring communities. Not even a week later, we received another foot of snow and icy sleet from Winter Storm Linus, which had dumped record amounts across the Midwest. While many are struggling to find places to put it, the kids are loving it and took to local sledding spots like Drummond Field for some fun snow days. And if you didn't think 2 winter storms were bad enough, the infamous Puxatawny Phil made his Groundhog Day prediction in Pennsylvania on February 2nd. The rodent reportedly did see his own shadow, signifying an extra 6 weeks of winter this year. The blizzard also affected the Rotary International's 5th annual Polar Plunge in Gloucester. The event has said to be moved to February 7th due to the storm. Susan Roquar will be taking the plunge for North Andover in an effort to raise money to help the Rotary Club rid the world of polio by the year 2018. Susan asks that you consider making a pledge for any amount, as the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will be tripling the money raised for the cause. If you want to support Susan and her personal goal of $5,000 for diving into Gloucester's icy waters, donations can be made up to 90 days after the event. For more information, please contact Rotarian Brian Fraser at the North Andover CAM studio or the North Andover Rotary's website online. Well, there's a new staff at the Stevens Memorial Library, including a new director, and she'd like to remind everyone that there's no shortage of activities scheduled to keep your long winter educational and productive. Here are the librarians themselves with all the details.
Hello there, boys and girls of North Andover. Mrs. S. here in the children's room of the Stevens Memorial Library, reminding you that we're here to help you if you need any help with your homework, or you need some ideas for new books, or are looking for something to do after school. Looking forward to seeing you all.
I'm Kathleen Keenan. On December 8th, I became the director here at the Stevens Memorial Library. Many of you will recognize me. I hope I've been here as the assistant director for 6 years. It's a wonderful place to be. I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to stay and to become the new director.
Hi, I'm Chelsey. I'm the new assistant children's librarian at the Stevens Memorial Library. I come from a small library in New Hampshire, and I'm excited to meet you guys. So we're doing a kickoff event for our pajama drive on Saturday, February 7th at 1 p.m. with a special story time with Lori Collins, who wrote a book called The Pajama of My Dreams.
One of the things new for us in North Andover this year is that the children have a number of early release afternoons on Wednesdays. We decided we had a perfect opportunity to have another set of activities for the children to drop in. So on Wednesday afternoons after school, we'll be hosting board games. It'll be in this room, in the community meeting room. Chelsey will be here every Wednesday afternoon, so stop in at any time.
We have a multitude of board games, and we're also going to be getting the Wii set up, so we'll have some multiplayer stuff going on. And it's kind of a drop-in and meet some new people and play some fun things.
September to May, we have Sunday at the Stevens, and every Sunday afternoon there's an event. It's either a movie or we have a speaker. In February, we're really fortunate. Author Mark Bodanza is coming Sunday, February 8th. He'll be here in the afternoon at 2:30. He's the biographer for JoJo White, a famous Celtic star for those Celtics fans out there. One of the really nice things or special treats is that Mark brings JoJo White with him on Sunday, February 8th. JoJo White will be here with his biographer. We will be continuing our Monday morning and Friday morning drop-in story times for the youngest crowd. We have book clubs for the 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, and this year we have a 7th grade book club. All of them are great events. We have librarians who are well-read and who love to talk with you and get you to talk about the books and what you feel as you read them. So please join in with the book clubs. And for the adults, there's a Tuesday evening book club hosted by Marie McAndrew Taylor. The other things are every Monday afternoon there's a tech drop-in help. So if you got a Kindle for Christmas, you got a Nook, you have a new iPhone because your son got a newer one and you got his, Monday afternoons in the community meeting room, Bridget Rotting, the electronics resources librarian, is here, and if she doesn't know how to work the gadget, she'll help you figure out how to work it. She's a great resource when it comes to finding these things. Once a month, I think it'll be the 2nd or the 3rd Monday of the month, we have a special drop-in tech night. This month, I believe we're doing the financial resources, so come and find out what you can get at the library using Value Line, Money Market, Consumer Reports. We have a number of different online resources that with your Stevens Library card, there's a way to do more research. You can check the library website for our calendar, which has events listed. The other thing you can do is on the library website, main page, upper right-hand corner, there's a place to sign up, put in your email alert. It's only for news. When we have an event and we send out the email alert, you'll get it too. One of the sad things we hear sometimes is, I didn't know you did that, I missed it. The best way is get yourself on the email alert system. You'll be one of the first people who know what's happening as opposed to someone who missed an event.
Now here's some more local headlines courtesy of the North Andover Citizen. The Sargent School celebrated its 20th annual Winter Carnival on January 9th. Over 100 families with nearly 200 children participated in a wide variety of games thanks to the efforts of the Sargent PTO and their Winter Carnival Committee. Nearly 75 volunteers were involved.
The Massachusetts Department of Conservation and Recreation has awarded North Andover an additional $4,000 for the Town Forestry Fund. The extra money will go toward the implementation of the Greater Osgood Hill Conservation Area Stewardship Plan. This is in addition to the nearly $8,000 in funding that was awarded to combat invasive species and map legacy trees late last year.
Future Superintendent Jennifer Price held her first informal meet and greet with parents of the district on January 8th. Quote, "It's important to know what's important here," close quote. She said, noting that she would be conducting a listening tour to hear from even more parents before her official start on July 1st. A lack of consistently clear communication between school administrators and the public was the primary concern voiced, which Prince said she would make a priority to correct. As always, we want to thank reporter Tim McCarthy with The Citizen. If you'd like to read these stories in full and get even more local news, including the latest CAM listings, be sure to check out this week's edition.
And now we have some news to share from 2 of our elementary schools in this month's CAM Ed Update.
Hello there. I'm Greg Landry. I'm the principal of the Atkinson School. So happy to be here with you this month on the Journal. There are a few things I was hoping to be able to share with you, upcoming events, important things that are going on here at this elementary school. It happens to be our 50th anniversary this year at the Atkinson. The school was opened in 1964, and we're trying to celebrate that. We've had special guests come back. There was a principal here for over 25 years, Al Goebel. He came back and was able to share some of his history about what happened here in this building with the students at one of our earlier assemblies. It was a great time. We're working on a time capsule for from 1964, but to really focus 50 years later, what's technology like, what's our experience like in 2014, 2015. So we're going to be putting that together and placing it most likely underneath the school stage. So in 50 years from now, some people can have some fun opening up that capsule. We have had a formal Friday already, but we're trying to think about ways to make it a 1964 themed formal Friday. Students dress up. We showed great spirit for time period and also for being able to show our manners and how we carry ourselves with pride. We had some fun in the cafeteria too. We gave some tips on etiquette, eating around the lunch table or dinner table, turned the cafeteria into a restaurant. It was a good time. This year we're doing something with students that hasn't been done in a few years. We've had a student council be established with students in grades 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We have 1 or 2 reps from each classroom who were elected. They're coming together to just share information about what's happening in each classroom, sentiments of the students, what we need to know as teachers and administrators in order to improve the school. So we're thinking a lot about that. They're helping to plan assemblies. They are helping to just take a lead in anything that we need them to take a lead in. Spirit days, fundraisers, that kind of thing. So we're excited that they're working with us. It's a really highly motivated group of students who want to do more and more to help the school succeed. So very proud of that. At the end of January, we are having a transitional program take place. All the elementary schools, including Atkinson, are doing this, where it's a writing exhibition at North Andover Middle School. 5th graders from here will go and share some writing pieces with 6th graders at NAMS, and 6th graders will then share some of their pieces with 5th graders. And both sides will provide some feedback to each other on what they think is going very well with the writing process there at each school, each class, each student. They'll work in small groups, and it was piloted by the Kittredge and the Thompson School last year, and now it's being expanded. And it's one more thing that Dr. McQuaid at the middle school and the principals at the elementary level are doing to make the transition smoother for 5th graders going into 6th graders. So we're kind of excited about that. As far as PTO goes, we've got a very involved, highly active, supportive group of parents and community members that take part monthly in events that take place here. We have our regular meetings, we have social events, we have fundraisers, we had a holiday social in December that really benefited a lot of needy community families, and we're proud to always help in that way. What we've got coming up in March, we've got the Mother-Son Jam and Fun Dance that follows father-daughter dances that some of the other schools are putting on. But the Mother-Son Jam and Fun Dance is one of our big fundraisers here at the Atkinson. You should know out there that tax dollars are being put to good use as well. There have been improvements made in this building over my 8 years here that it's really been an astonishing change, both in the landscape and just the general feel in this building. We've had a window project completed, and it's really beautified the outside and the inside of this building. Over the past summer, new carpeting was put down, and every classroom got a new paint job, which really has made it feel more alive than it did before. So I appreciate that. Thanks for all your support out there. Thanks for listening to me go on and on today. And I look forward to great things from these kids and from these teachers along the way. So take care.
Lorene Marks, principal of the Thompson School, sent over this update for the month of January. January's all-school meeting focused on Martin Luther King and the notion of acceptance. Miss Gilmartin's 4th grade class performed a chant about Dr. King. 1st and 2nd graders sang songs, and Miss McNeil's 2nd grade class and Miss Sears' 1st grade class performed a skit about acceptance and playing together at recess. On January 30th, local author Anne Broyles will be meeting with students in kindergarten through 3rd grade to talk about reading and writing. Students are preparing for Miss Broyles' visit by reading some of her books, including Arturo and the Navidad Birds and Shy Mama's Halloween. She will be talking to 4th grade students about the latter as it fits in with their study of immigration this year. Between November and January, students participated in a food drive and a coat drive focusing on the Ray's value of service.
Students at the Thompson School were also treated to a visit from the award-winning young adult author Kathleen Brenner-Dubel in January. 4th and 5th graders read her book, The Sacrifice, which was based on Dubel's own family history during the Salem witch trials. The students also participated in a writing workshop run by Dubel in which she talked about the importance of creating strong characters and stories, among other things. And now it's time to turn it over to Town Manager Andrew Maylor with this month's GovCam update.
I'm Town Manager Andrew Maylor, and during this month's episode of the Journal, I want to talk a little bit about our website and the ability for residents to use our website and other electronic means to gain information that may be helpful to them, may provide them an opportunity to understand a little more about what we do and ask questions if you'd like using the website. So the town's website, www.townofnorthandover.com, contains a really plethora of information, everything from budget and financial documents to forms to be able to sign up to volunteer for committees to news and notices of important events around the community, whether it's at the library or the senior center, or just things happening around the town in terms of community meetings. So residents can visit the site on a regular basis, look at the data that's available, decide what aspect of that information may be important to them, and use it to really get informed about what's happening in the community. The news section, which appears on the website, is also linked to our social media account, 2 accounts. We have a Twitter account and a Facebook account in the town of North Andover, and if folks prefer using social media, we encourage you to join either our Twitter account as a follower or Facebook. Follow us on Facebook as well, and you can receive regular updates about those things that are important in the community. So I would encourage everybody in the community to use sort of the e-government tools that we have in place to gain more information about the community. And additional opportunity is you can receive electronic notices about different events happening around town or different meetings simply by signing up from the town's website. So again, we understand that the community or folks today communicate more often using electronic means. We're certainly active in that environment and encourage residents to use those tools to better understand what we do in local government. Thank you.
And now here's your CAM event calendar for the month of February. It's American Heart Month. Cardiovascular diseases are the #1 killer of adults in the United States, and they are the leading cause of disability. Take the time to learn more about what you can do to prevent high blood pressure, heart attack, or stroke from taking your life or your livelihood. Visit the American Heart Association at heart.org for more.
And February is also Black History Month, and the Museum of African American History will be hosting music and lecture series at their locations in Boston and Nantucket throughout. Guests include civil rights icon Bob Moses and poet Askia M. Touré. You can check out the complete schedule at afroammuseum.org.
And don't forget that Valentine's Day is coming up on a Saturday this year. If you haven't made a reservation at one of the restaurants here in town, what are you waiting for? President's Day is on the Monday after, during which town offices will be closed and the MBTA will be running on a Saturday schedule. Schools will already be out on vacation that week from the 16th through the 20th.
The North Andover Police Association will be holding their Comedy Night fundraiser on Thursday, February 19th at the Andover Wyndham Ballroom. Doors will open at 6:30 and the show begins at 7:30 sharp. Only adults 21 and over will be admitted. The Journal has 12 pairs of tickets to give away, so email the Journal at northandovercam.org to claim yours.
The Acting Out Theater Company will be putting on a production of Annie Get Your Gun on February 27th and 28th and March 1st at the Rogers Center at Merrimack College. You can learn more about getting tickets at actingouttheater.com.
Finally, the North Andover Rotary Club will be hosting a paint and sip night on Saturday, March 7th. Join North Shore Paint Party at Bright View Senior Living on Route 114 from 6:30 to 9 p.m. to paint, eat, and drink for charity. Tickets are $50. The event will also feature a 50-50 raffle and a wine raffle. As always, if you have any news stories or segment ideas, please send them our way at thejournal@northandovercam.org.
And that wraps it up for this month's edition of The Journal.
I'm Ron Carpenito.
And I'm Morgan Healy. Thanks so much for watching.
Take care, North Andover.